So just imagine you're filming with two cameras and you even have two external sound recordings such as this one, and I have one here, and you even have a BTS camera. How on earth are you gonna sync all of them? Well, with Tentacle Sync it's just a push of a button. Coming up. Hi guys, my name is Paul, I'm a German filmmaker and this channel is all about filmmaking gear reviews but also DaVinci Resolve tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribe, I would really appreciate that. So in this video, as I've already said, we are talking about Tentacle Sync and specifically what is timecode and how can you use it and how easy it is to use it with these devices. So first of all, what is timecode? So timecode is basically a very precise clock, and if every camera or every device is using the same clock, everything is in sync. Well, not the music band, but I mean they are in synchronization, right? And the cool thing is with these devices here, these ones are from Tentacle Sync, the Sync E. These ones are very little timecode generators, and if your camera doesn't have any timecode or your audio device, you can jam timecode into their device to later use it for synchronization. And that's basically already how it works, and I will demonstrate it for you right now. So how this basically works is really simple. So for example, here I have a normal DSLR camera which has no timecode at all. Basically higher end cinema cameras, they have an internal timecode and they have a timecode jack where you can easily plug that in. But with the Tentacle Sync E, you can easily bring timecode into any device, at least when it has a 3.5mm jack. So what you simply just do on the bottom side here, just plug it on the Tentacle Sync E, and then you check your port on your camera, and then in the mic port, you just plug it in. And what's happening now, on the left channel on this camera, it's still recording like the normal atmosphere sound. And on the other channel, you hear the timecode signal, which sounds like this. But how does it work on a proper cinema camera? So for example, here I have the red Komodo, and Tentacle was so kind to send me the proper cable, which they will have on their own website soon. So here I have a timecode jack, and I can jam the timecode from the Tentacle Sync E into the camera. The advantage here is that I have still full audio control, and I even can plug it off and can simply use this can jam it into another device, because what happened just is that it now is using the timecode that's coming from this timecode generator, and the internal clock here inside, or the internal timecode, continues with this timecode, so I don't need to have it plugged in all the time. But if you're using the solution that we've showed before with a normal DSLR, you always want to have it plugged in into your audio channel. So, and another cool thing is when you're using like an audio recorder, which I have right here, and normally the very expensive audio recorders, they have also a timecode, but if you have a simple one like I do here from Tascam, which doesn't have that, you can also do the same as I've showed you on my EOS R6. You just plug it in, and I've also an adapter cable here from Tentacle, and then it's basically the same measure. And how is it, and how you're gonna synchronize them? Well, that's very easy, because you got an app which is for free. Let me find my phone. And therefore you also have these little rubber sticks here to color them, that you can identify them. But if you're not sure which one is which, you can just simply hold the timecode generator close to your phone, and then it will pop and it will show up which one is which one. And then you just hit synchronize on the app, and it will synchronize every timecode on each device, and then you're ready to go. So how you're gonna sync all of that in post? Well, that's very easy. So in your NLE, you just create a multicam sequence. You just highlight all the clips, create a multicam sequence, and then tell the system synchronize based on timecode. When we have, as the situation before, when you used a camera like a DSLR and you have the timecode jammed into the audio system, then you need to highlight that specific clip, or so the clip of the EOS R, for example, and hit right click and resolve and say use timecode from audio channel, and then you can sync it all together. From my experience, it works in 90% of the time. Especially when you have the timecode jammed into the audio, the editing software can get a little bit confused. So if you want to have 100% confidence, you can just use the software of Tentacle, the Tentacle Studio. And when you import everything, it's very easy. It has everything already synchronized, and then you just create an XML file, and then everything is perfectly synced. So now let's talk quickly about the Tentacle Track E, and this is very exciting because it's a very new product of them. And the Tentacle Track E is basically an audio recorder which has 32-bit float technology. What does it mean? So 32-bit float basically means that the audio recorder has a very high dynamic range, and you can't peak anything or can't distort the audio because we can always bring it back in post. So therefore you don't need to level audio anymore when you use that. So for example, if I start to yelling right now, you can easily bring it back and nothing is distorted, which is really crazy. And the cool thing is this one has also timecode built in, so that's the very big advantage here. And yeah, as I've said, therefore you can easily sync it up. And very great, you can also the delivered audio or the delivered microphone is already here secured, so you can plug it off accidentally. So and you're hearing the audio quality right now. I think it's really great. And yeah, therefore I can highly recommend to use that. So I basically wanted to have a really reliable solution that I can use when I have shootings with multiple cameras and also with different audio devices, because I was really tired of syncing everything just by clap. That's very tiring, so therefore I thought it's a good investment, and it's the most reliable option out there that you can use, and it has never been so easy to sync multiple devices with the Tentacle system. So yeah, you know how that game works. If you have any further questions, just drop them down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in my very next video.